Okay, so we do have one more flag left to collect here in the Poor District, and apparent as it might be, I collected one of the Middle District flags by mistake, because, well, I didn't realise how close I was to the Middle District when I was down there, but anyways. This is officially our final Poor District flag. That's now been collected. And the marker for my first official Middle District flag, well, second officially, but, well, you get the idea. Point is, I accidentally collected one of the Middle District flags and I didn't even realise how close I was to the Middle District whilst I was down there. So, yeah. It was purely me just looking for flags that I think were purely out of sight. And I do apologise if anyone is going to be screaming in the comments saying I collected a Middle District flag. But I can assure you, it was purely by mistake, it was not intentional. I didn't know my surroundings at the time, but again, it's also the reason why I don't put in the district specifically. And gonna have to take care of him, also gonna have to take care of him before anything major happens. Had to kill both of them in order to get out, especially considering before starting this segment I had to deal with a bunch of guards whilst I was doing this. And also trying to keep away from a guard march. Of course, I'm pretty sure this is not one of the best places to be, but I have managed to clear it. So all I need to do now is make it to the top and hope that the guards do not decide to fire arrows at me all of a sudden. But at least I know where my first flag is. That's the important thing. My first flag is over here on the roof. So my second Middle District flag has now been collected. Now I must go after my second one, which is over here on the other side of this part in the Middle District. And
away with you.
Here's another one who needs to be taken care of. He must be killed, even though people are going to see his dead body. And I'm also quite sure this is going to be very noticeable.
You shouldn't be here.
But I am just trying to take care of all of them because I don't want any interferences.
You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
Neither are you. And my flag is right down there. This being the location of what is now the third flag of the Middle District. And now we have just 30 flags remaining. So my next one is somewhere over here, out in the distance, is what me thinks. And I can see it, it's right down there, so that is where I will head. Heading down to what should now be flag number 71 of the flags located here in Jerusalem. And I was pretty much on par with that one. Not something I usually manage to achieve every day, but again, I guess it's one of those things I can accept. Even then, of course, if holistically it's not one of those things I can choose to abide with. Well, not something my viewers can abide with if you are wanting to be a perfectionist. But again, this clearly shows I'm not a perfectionist. If you can see by how many guards I've already managed to kill up to this point. Not all of them because I wanted to, but mostly because I had to. And oddly enough, as the other Rafik said in Acre, you are not supposed to enjoy this job. You are not supposed to enjoy these grim tasks. And oddly enough, as far as I'm concerned, I really don't enjoy doing this.
I think I've seen everything now.
But again, I guess it's one of those things I'm not supposed to enjoy. But anyways, here is flag number 72. And now we have just 28 flags to go. And so my next one should be located not far from here. Just depends on knowing if my internet manages to load or not. Let's have a look. Okay, my next one is somewhere over here. But I'm not too far, which I guess you can say is one thing, but I do have to make sure I'm not being surrounded by these jar carriers. I need to make sure I'm away from those.
Why would he do that?
And climbing up the wall, and there is what should be flag number 73, I think is what this is. And indeed it is. Alright. Yeah, I seem to be in the right locations. I think, anyway. Well, let's move on. And so, now we can move on to this one. So, let's now go down and collect flag number 74. And so, I shall drop down. Hopefully there are no guard marchers near here. I am keeping my eyes open for what these guards may decide to do. They are very judgmental. But anyways, here by the waterhole is flag number 74. Let's now go and find our other 26 flags.
The blood of those we once called friends.
Okay, so let's now get over to our next Jerusalem cross, which is located over here. Or located just above me, I should say. So it's located right above the interrogation mission, as of which our interrogation investigation is right there. And this is now the location of flag number 75. And so that should now take us halfway home. with the second half of our Jerusalem Crossers hunt, and the other one, as far as I know, it's actually not too far. And I'm going to assume I need to be further across, so that is where I shall head, to see where it is. Okay, don't see any here, but... okay, that's not the way I wanted to do it. Anyways. Is there another flag near here? I have a feeling that says there is, but I don't know for sure. I've seen something around here, I'm sure I have. But it could be somewhere else. I know there's another flag near here somewhere, because I saw video evidence of it. It's got to be somewhere around here. Just depends on knowing if I can find it or not. Well, let's see where it is. Okay, well, it must be somewhere underneath. That's where it must be. It must be somewhere in the shadows. So, let's see if I can find an entrance somewhere. Or I could just use this. This is the actual location, by the way. And that now takes us up to 76 on the flags. And now I shall be searching for flag number 77, which is also not too far from where the interrogation is. And wow, I actually managed to push the poison subject somehow. Did not think that was going to be the case, but somehow I did. And I don't see any scholars around here, so I'm going to have to use blend mode, since I know there are guards here looking suspicious. Oh shit. Fuck all of you. Okay, he's decided to surrender. Okay. Oh, that's the end of that. Anyways, back to our flag hunt. Whilst my laptop is responding very slowly at the moment. Or so it appears to be. And there is flag number 77. And so now we have just 23 flags remaining. And so my next one is somewhere down here. But of course I'm always curious to have a look because, well, that's what I do. I like to be nosy. Did not think that was going to work, but somehow it did. And I had a feeling someone was going to expose me, but at least I can say it was only temporary before. Yeah, I'm going to have to kill you. Just so you do not interfere with my plans. You think I'm supposed to enjoy this? Because, well, if you do, I can assure you I don't. And there is flag number 78. And so, we now have just 22 flags remaining. And my next one is somewhere down here. I'm also gonna have to get some more throwing knives whilst I'm here. There we go. And there's another thug right there, but don't think I'm really gonna go after him because that's not where the flag is. I need to be over here to officially obtain it. Okay.
Such a strange man.
Well, I'm gonna have to... Oh, that's not what I had in mind. Can I manage to get up somehow? God, this hay fever is killing me. Oh, it's right down there. Okay, well... Just gonna land in the hay because why not? And this is now the location of flag number 79. So, we are almost at 80 flags, and my next one is again on the borderline of both the Poor District and the Middle District. So that is where I must head, to collecting what will be flag number 80. I'm also pretty sure there's a guard march right over there, so I'm going to have to go in the opposite direction. And apparent as it might be, my laptop at the moment is not coping with the renderation very well. It does not seem to like it. I may have to consider switching over to a lower renderation after this. Okay, you asked for it. Okay, he's dead.
Where is the one responsible for this?
I am gonna try and walk away from that. And there's another dead body that's just gone down to the ground. So, let's now move on to our next flag. And I can assure you, I don't enjoy doing this. Well, I don't enjoy killing the guards, of course, because, well, it's just something I have to do in order to achieve my objective, and my laptop does not like doing this somehow, so I may have to consider switching to 720 in a minute if it keeps doing this. Yeah, I may have to give it a moment to reset. Oh, it's back to normal again. Well, anyways, that's now 80 flags collected, so this is the location of flag number 80, and there's another one on the rooftop, and there's a guard right there, so gonna have to take care of him. And there's an archer right over there. Gonna have to kill him as well, or else he will kill me. And this is now the location of flag number 81. So we have just 19 flags remaining, and my next flag is located down there somewhere. Oh, hold on. It is located somewhere underneath the interrogation. So, yeah. Okay. Well, anyways. I shall now head down there, once I've managed to find somewhere to head. Hopefully that won't take too long, but, you know. Going down, and there's a guard right there. Alright. Well, you asked for it. Alright, you asked for it. Alright, you asked for it. You are really starting to piss me off, you know that? You are really starting to piss me off, you know that? You want to say that again? Okay, he surrendered. Oh, okay. Alright. Fine. Where am I? Yeah, that's what I thought. So why don't you fuck off? Anyways, this is now the location of flag number 82. Alright, 18 flags remain. Let's now go and search for another 8. Alright, so we have just 18 flags left over, and there is a guard march right there. I am gonna have to go into blend mode and make sure there are no poison subjects right next to me, because if there is, then well, I'm dead.
God almighty! Who's responsible for this?
And I am gonna try and walk away from these guards, because if I don't, then well, they will kill me for doing infidel things, or so they claim. Also, they claim it to be infidel things. And if you want to know what precisely an infidel is, then well, just do some research on the web to find out what an infidel is. But I do know what an infidel is, to anyone asking. But in order for you to find out, you just need to be on the internet to find out what one of those really is. But anyways, there we go. So we now have just 17 left over, and is not too far from here. It's located somewhere over here. I'm also starting to notice a trend on how certain flags in cities are closer than others. I have noticed that's starting to become a trend, but again, I still need to prove I can do this. Even then, of course, if I'm not doing this under my own thinking power, I'm still doing this under my own, you know, control power, if that makes any sense. Because, well, I'm doing this using the power of internet research, but I'm also doing this using the power of my enamored commitment to gaming, to try and see if I can prove to be successful in my quest, regardless of everything that is clearly wrong with it.
No reason for doing that.
And I can see there is a flag right there, so I'm gonna drop down now. And officially, this is the location of flag number 84. Thankfully there are no guards here, so
Why would he do that?
I'm just going to drop down and also going to move away from the guard. I'll move on to flag number 85. Which, judging by the internet, oh, there must have been one before that. Okay, so I need to find a fountain somewhere. That's probably where my next one is. So I need to find a fountain somewhere near here. That's where my next one is located. Although it just depends on knowing, of course, if
He's different.
someone way down here is going to lose someone dear. But I really do hope there is not a guard march near me, because if there is, then, well, I'm basically fucked. Okay, there are no guard marchers up here, but I think there is a fountain not too far from here that has one of the flags, so it has to be near here somewhere. So, I still need to look around to see where one of those might be. There is a fountain somewhere near here. I just need to find out where it is. Then once I have found it, that should make this
I think I've seen everything now.
85 flags connect. That should officially make it 85 out of the 100 flags I need to collect.
I'd leave if I were you.
And I am gonna have to see where I need to be for a moment. Okay. Unless where I need to be is over here. That could be my location. And going to run past this poisoned subject, because if I don't, then, well, chaos will just break out. And there it is. There is my fountain.
No, you don't understand. I have
And that should now make this
no, please
85
don't.
of
Just a
the
few coins, please.
100 flags that need to be collected. And let's now focus on flag number 86. Which is located somewhere up here. Although, oh, there's a guard march. I've really got to be careful here. Do not want to expose myself here. That will be a very bad idea if I expose myself to the guard march. I really need to make sure I'm stepping away from that and not walking towards it. Okay, I think I'm away from the guard march now, because the suspicion signs have turned from red to yellow, so I must be away from them. Okay, so... Oh, sorry.
Leave now, or I'll make you.
I think I might have landed on one of the thugs for some reason.
What's he doing that for? Someone
And
tell me why he's doing
just
that.
climbing up here, since it is not forbidden for me to be here. Now, I just need to get what should be flag number 86. Although I do wonder if the one on the bridge is giving me any indicators. That could very well be the case. But I will need to check up here just to be sure. In knowing there aren't any others before I collect this one. Okay, doesn't appear to be. So I need to where did I see that flag? There was one right in front of me, I'm sure there was. I'm gonna have to look, see what there is. Let's have a look. Sure, I did see one somewhere. It was on one of the bridges, I'm sure of it. I'm sure I did see one somewhere. Unless I just went past it or something. Oh, there it is. These eyes have not deceived me. For the purpose of trickery. Okay, we still have 14 flags remaining. I will now go and search for my next one. Yeah, probably not a good idea for me to record this whilst I'm also on the internet. This probably isn't a good idea. Well, I'm gonna try over here. Just to see what happens. Since I would imagine that's probably where one of them is. Well, at least I've gotten one of the obvious ones out of the way. Just depends on knowing if I can find the harder one. And apparently I can. So that should now make it 87 flags out of the 100 we need to collect here in Jerusalem. So let's now move onwards to flag. What is this? 88? No, I'll have a check just to be sure of this. Okay, well, let's have a look. Okay. Okay, I should be over there for my next one. So, I am making some gradual gains, but it depends on knowing, of course, if I can manage to do this properly. And this should now make it flag number... what is this? 87 or 88? Oh, it's 88. Yeah, okay, I can accept that. Anyways. Okay, well, all I have to do now is just climb somewhere. Oh, there it is. And this should now officially mark flag number 89, which needs to be collected here in Jerusalem. And now we have just 11 remaining. And so my next one is located somewhere down here. But anyways, So 11 flags remaining here in Jerusalem, and then once we are done with that, that should be all of our additional memories done and dusted.
Leave now.
Once I can find it, and also get rid of this guard, because I know he's going to be an interference. And there it is. This is the location of flag number 90. Alrighty then. We now have just 10 flags remaining. So, let's go and find them. Okay, we now have just 10 flags remaining, and officially that is also 10 flags remaining overall. So, we have managed to collect a total of 90 flags up to this point here in Jerusalem, and then once we have done with this, we should be able to get on with the final stages of the game in terms of story mode. So, that is now our first of 10 flags to be found. Is located just here on the borderline, in fact, of the Middle District and the Poor District. So that is where I will head. Let's get this job done. As I jump straight into the pile of hay. Let's now head over here. Also just going to take care of him, even though I only have 3 throwing knives left, so something tells me I'm going to have to get some more thugs before I manage to get on with the investigations and hunt down Robert de Sable. And so, this is the location of flag number 92. Alright. We have 8 flags remaining, and my next one is located somewhere up here. So let's go and get it. And also try and avoid this guard who is right over there. I must do what I can to avoid him, because I do not want to end up constantly stabbing my victims. Yeah, this is a good spot. And doesn't appear to be any others around here, so yeah. That's my only real option. Anyways, 7 flags left. And my next one should be not too far ahead, in fact. And I think my next one is somewhere over there. So, let's get a look and see what we can find. Or, it could just be down there. Let's have a look. Even though I'm not doing this to audition for comedy, I'm doing this to try and make it so I can be accurate with my locations. And doesn't appear to be over here, so I'm gonna have to head back around here. But I'm sure there is one flag I saw on the ground here somewhere. So I don't think there's one too far from here. It's got to be close. I'm sure I'm not too far behind it. Has to be somewhere around here. Wouldn't just be away from me for no apparent reason. There is one down here somewhere. I know there is. Although I could be searching in the wrong place. It could be high, but it could also be low. Never mind, it is low. It is as low as here, in fact. Okay. So, now we have just one... Sorry. Now we have just one more flag left to collect. And... let's have a look. Did I miss any? I wonder. I'm gonna have to get a look at this for a moment. Do bear with me. I will be back. Okay, apparently I did miss one somewhere. Although it could just be somewhere above me. At least, I think it's somewhere up above me. Beneath me. Okay, so we have just 6 flags remaining, and I already know where the first one is. It's located out here, right outside the entrance of a church. So that is our first one, and instead of me using the internet, I've thought of a better idea. Now, I don't consider this to be an ingenious idea, but I do consider this to be a better idea than having to use the internet and make my video quality even worse than it needs to be. Of course, I'm pretty sure it throws its wobblers at me anyway, but again, maybe this will hope to rectify it, possibly. And I think I know where my next one is. And it is right up here. So this is now the location of... I must trespass here, in fact, because I have something to do. And this is now the location of flag number 96. So, we now have just 4 flags remaining. And my next one is somewhere just up above the pickpocket investigation. So, I must head over here. Okay, so not throwing quite as many wobblers this time around. There's also a guard right there who I am going to have to take care of. Just figured he needed to be taken care of before I do anything else. Now, I need to find out where my next one is. Oh, it's right there. Okay. So, this should now be the location of what is flag number... What is this? 97? Yeah, 97. Okay. We have just 3 flags remaining. And so... my next one comes in between the scholars and the vigilantes over here. Even though it's not really the best of combinations, as far as I'm concerned. But I do know where it is I need to be. I need to be over there. Or down there, I should say. Also, I just realised, I'm probably going to need some more throwing knives, so maybe I could get some from this thug here, as long as there aren't any beggars near me. Since I figured I'll probably need a couple of those. I'm also going to need a couple more whilst I'm here. Just going to have to be careful whilst I do it though, because, well, he's stationary. Oh, okay. I do not want to be spotted by these guards. Oh, fuck me! So glad that's all done. Anyways, I'm retreating. Retreating to find my next flag, which I don't think is too far from here. It's probably on the roof somewhere. Or at least I think I'm close to it. Oh, there it is. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use this one as my destination. Still sucks on how I couldn't get any more throwing knives because of that fucking guard march. That was not very helpful. Anyways. 2 flags left. And my next one... Oh, wait a minute, I just collected that one. My next one is on location over here. So we have just 2 flags remaining, and then that will be all of our additional memories done and dusted. So I need to get on the roof. I know there are going to be guards I'll have to take care of, but that's okay, because I have managed to figure out what it is I need to do. And yes, I did figure this out whilst you are basically looking and hearing the voice of a sick boy.
You have no business here. Leave.
I suggest you reconsider. Okay, that's both of them. So glad I got those extra throwing knives when I did. Was lucky I got those extra throwing knives when I did. FYI. So, I now need to head down here for what will officially be the location of... what is this? Flag 99, is it? Yeah, it's got to be 99. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Well, anyways. There we go. Now we just have 1 flag remaining. And that's not where I need to be. I was on my files for a moment there. But anyways, we have just 1 more flag that needs to be obtained, and I think that's located in between the scholars and the vigilantes. So I must now use the rooftops to get out of this place. Because, well, that's the only thing I can do. So, anyway. The final Jerusalem cross is somewhere just up ahead of me. So this is where I must be. I must also make sure I am not causing any intrusions with the guards, and
God save him. He's gone mad.
going down once again. Okay. What I have to do now is find out where my final flag is. And then, once that's all done, that will be all of our additional memories done and dusted. I think I found it. I think I have found where the final Jerusalem cross is located. It's located somewhere down in the city, and it's on one of the roof ledges. I do now know where it is, after doing some research, and it is right down here. So, I shall get on here, and there we go. So there we go. All of our Jerusalem crosses have now been obtained, and as a result, that is now all of our additional memories done and dusted. All of them are now complete. And I am scrolling through them just to be sure. Yep. Okay. All of the additional memories are now done and dusted. And so, all we have to do now is complete this memory block and hunt down Robert de Sable. Let's now finish the rest of this god-forsaken game. Yeah, like I said, let's now finish the rest of this god-forsaken game.